All right, guys, so I'm back. The first thing I'm gonna say is everything that I'm gonna say in this video, you don't have to believe me. You can verify it yourself. I left the link to my topology in the description of this video, and also a link to my Instagram where you can see my picks and the results. Because I didn't make a video because I took a month break, but like I said, I never stopped doing my predictions. I just didn't upload any videos. But yeah, I hit 11 out of 13 and one draw, the Cerrone prize, and 85%. And like I said, you don't have to believe me. Just click on those links and you'll see it by yourself. They're open to the public. So yeah, I took like a month break because UFC 252 hit me hard. If you saw that video, it was my worst ever event in my entire life. I hit 3 out of 12, something absolute shit. I missed the entire main card. And if you saw that video, I said that I was gonna wait until UFC 253, which I'll be uploading tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. So the last 4 or 5 events have been way better than UFC 252, and this last Saturday's event has been the best event for me as far as results for 2020. I was actually ranked 51st in topology out of over 51st place from over 3,200 people. So that was pretty awesome, and several perfect picks. So this video is gonna be very short. I'm just gonna talk about the main card and how I did. So I picked Covington to win by decision. He won by TKO injury, round 5. So the fight was going the way I thought it was going to be. Complete, absolute, total domination from Covington. A mixture of striking, infinite cardio, and grappling, where Woodley just had no answer. It seems after round 4, the way round 4 went, how, or maybe it was round 3, I can't remember. There was a round where, for most of the round, Kobe just held Woodley against the cage. There were a couple of rounds where he did little to no damage, and there were a few rounds where he beat the crap out of him. But going into the 5th round, I was convinced that it was going to be a decision, like a dominant. And I think it was round 3 where he didn't do nothing, and then round 4 I think was a 10-8 round when he busted his face up, and then round 5 it was that's when the injury happened. But yeah, Colby, he's talking about Usman, and honestly, I would be okay whether he fights Usman or Masvidal. I would be happy with either one. He has a lot of things to settle with Masvidal, and Usman is scheduled to fight Gilbert Burns, so makes sense. Just have Colby fight Masvidal, and then the winner of that one gets Usman, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I picked Colby by decision. He won by KO/TKO/injury round 5. And then Price versus Cerrone. I picked Price to win by knockout round 1. It was a draw. But the only reason why it was a draw was because they took a point away from Price because a couple eye pokes, which I was surprised. I've never seen them take a point after 2 eye pokes. Usually at the 3rd one, it's usually a warning, and then it's like, all right, man, final warning. But no, this guy just gave him 1 warning and then took a point. Had it not been for that, I think it would have been a split decision, because a judge gave or maybe a majority win. I don't know. But Price would have won had it not been because at that point he got taken out. I was surprised as to how Cowboy survived the initial barrage from Price. I was like, oh, he's about to go down any second now. But no, he actually survived and pulled a better 2nd round and won the 3rd round for sure. So good for Cowboy, So I picked Price KO. It was a draw. So I didn't win that fight. I didn't lose it either. It was just a draw. So that's why my score, even though there were 14 fights, I hit 11 of 13 and a draw, because the draw doesn't really count as a win, nor does it count as a loss. This one then, Chimaev, I picked him to win TKO round 1, and that was a perfect call. That's how he won. This guy's a monster. Whenever I upload my video of what I would do if I was the UFC matchmaker, I'll get more into detail, but this guy's ready for a top 10. Now, I'm not gonna say top 5, but for sure top 10. And the thing is, I don't even know, because this guy fought middleweight, but he's actually a welterweight. So, I mean, if he's able to dominate this middleweight, imagine what he's gonna do to all these welterweights. So I'm gonna assume that he's going to welterweight. Give him, I don't know, maybe Neil Magny, maybe Jeff Neal. I mean, I think that's number 11, maybe number 12. If you want to do someone in the top 10, maybe give him Michael Chiesa. Because even though they want to pair him up with Maia, I don't want to see that, because I already know the excuses if he wins, when he wins, because I think he would beat Maia. They're going to say, well, Maia's 43 years old. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'll get more into it. Perfect call on that one. And then I picked Walker by KO or TKO round 1. That one was also a perfect pick. That's how Walker won. My reasoning was because Ryan Spann looked like absolute shit against Sam Alvey. He barely won by split decision. And a lot of people think Alvey won that fight. For moments there, it seemed like Walker seems like his problem is he gets hit very easy and he gets hurt, because Spann landed a couple of nice punches that I was like, this is it, he's gonna lose. But no, eventually Spann held on to the legs and then he knocked him out with the elbows. Then I picked her to win by submission. Round 2, she won by submission. I think round 1. And then I picked Kevin Holland to win by decision. He won by decision. Controversial fight. But I thought he won round 1 and 2. And he lost 3. So I was surprised it was split. And then David Dvorak, I picked him to win by decision. He won by decision. The 2 fights that I lost was Bektic, and who got submitted round 3. And Laramie, who got, I think, submitted round 1, or maybe KO'd round 1. But I had 7 perfect picks. It was an awesome event. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you don't believe anything I just said, just click on those links. You will see the results for yourself. And then Wednesday, I'll be dropping predictions for UFC 253. I'm just doing a main card because overall, it's not that good of a card for a pay-per-view. Like, other than the main event and the co-main event, the other fights are like, just okay. Like this past weekend events was way better. So we'll see what happens.